CASA Maranao, yung Nipa House na yun, yung dalawa na nakikita nyo. Alright, first stop natin, CASA BIÑAN. Dito yung kay General Luna na sino yung pinagbabaril siya. Alright, magandang araw mga kasiyasat. Ngayon nandito tayo ngayon sa Bagak, Bataan, particular na dito sa Las Casas de Filipinas de ACUZAR o Las Casas Filipinas de ACUZAR. Ating liliputin lahat ng ancestral houses na makikita natin dito. Ito yung mga original na parte at yung iba dito ay replica na rin din. Pero sa ganda ng lugar ay talagang mamamangha kayo. Samahan nyo akong liputin ang Las Casas Filipinas de ACUZAR. Ako po si Jabs at welcome po sa Lakbay Siyasat.
Lumilipas ang panahon, kabiyak ng ating gunutan, ang mga punot halaman, bakit kailangang lumisan? Panapanahon ng pagkakataon, may babalik bang kahapon?
Simula dun sa main entrance, sasakay ka ng jeep papasok dito para maikot mo. Kita mo yung dagat. Pakalawak. Sobrang madadaanan mo dito sa mga ibang parte ng Las Casas Filipinas de ACUZAR yung mga ilang bahagi na ginagawa pa. Patuloy pa rin ang improvement sa lugar. Pagdating mo sa main entrance, mandatory na sumakay ka dito sa kanilang mga service vehicle na mga jeepney. Hindi mo pwedeng dalhin ang iyong sariling sasakyan dito sa loob ng Las Casas Filipinas de ACUZAR. May mga bahagi rito na mayroon kang parkingan, lalong-lalo na doon sa bungad ng Las Casas. Kapag babiyahe kayo rito o mamamasyal, siguraduhin may dala kayong sapat na tubig. Ang lugar ay malapit sa dagat at talaga namang makakasiguro kayo na mainit ang hangin. Alright, first stop natin, CASA BIÑAN. CASA BIÑAN lang. CASA BIÑAN.
Don't worry po because hindi naman po siya pure walking. Kasi po yung Las Casas Filipinas de ACUZAR. My name is Diana and I will be your tour guide for today. So today, I'm going to guide you into some of the historical houses that were able to transfer and built here at Las Casas. And during our tour, we're going to visit some of the selected houses. But before we enter to those houses, first we need to remove our footwears. Because it is one of the old Filipino tradition that we are practicing here at Las Casas, and it is also a sign of giving respect to the past owners of the house. Now, before we start with our tour, I would also just like to give you a brief information regarding the resort. Las Casas Filipinas de ACUZAR are Spanish words which means the houses in the Philippines of ACUZAR. ACUZAR, that is the surname of the owner, Mr. Jose Rizalino ACUZAR, and his family of New San Jose Builders. So he started collecting old houses in the year 2000, but he opened it to the public only in the year 2010. 10 years in the making, and as of now, almost 13 years in operation. Before they transfer a house here, first they need to study about the house. So first, they're going to put markings at every part, then take some photos for documentations before carefully dismantling the house piece by piece, plank by plank, and column by column. And then the dismantled pieces will be transferred here at Las Casas to rebuild it again based on its original structures and designs. So as of now, we already have here a total of 63 houses. 41 of them are original, and the remaining 22 are combination of replica and archival houses. Now, if you've noticed, all of the houses that you can see here, they were actually named based from the different provinces and the places in the Philippines in which the house came from. Just like the house where we at as of now. So this is our CASA BIÑAN from BIÑAN, Laguna. The CASA BIÑAN has two parts. This is the first part of the house, assembly for the walking tours, and the second part is the now Italian restaurant, the La Bella Chodora. So for the first part of this house, it was originally built way back 1700s under the ownership of Don Gregorio Alonso, the great-great-grandfather of our national hero, Dr. Jose Rizal. He later on passed this house to his son, Cipriano Alonso, while the third generation to own the house before was Don Lorenzo Alberto Alonso. And Don Lorenzo Alberto Alonso had two wives before. The name of his first wife was Paula Florentino, who gave birth to their son named Jose Alberto Alonso. Later on, Jose Alberto became the representative of the Philippines in Spain, what we call as today, the ambassador. And for the second wife of Don Lorenzo, her name was Brigida de Quintos. And one of their daughters before was Chodora Alonso, mother of Jose Rizal. Alright? But let's go back first to Jose Alberto Alonso, since Jose Alberto was the fourth generation to own this house before, since he was the first son from the first family of Don Lorenzo. Later on, Jose Alberto got married to his wife named Chodora Formoso. Don't be confused with the two Chodoras. Chodora Formoso was the wife of Jose. Chodora Alonso was his half-sister. Alright? So, because of the duty and the responsibility of Jose Alberto Alonso as the representative of the Philippines in Spain, he's always out of the country. That's why the only one always left alone in the house was his wife, Chodora Formoso. And during those times, Chodora Formoso developed an illicit affair with the captain of the civil guard. Now, when Jose Alberto Alonso discovered about what is happening between his wife and the captain of the civil guard, he imprisoned his wife in one of their own po. We're going to visit that room. And then during that time, the Chodora Formoso was locked up in one of the rooms in their house. Chudora Alonso, the half-sister of Jose Alberto, was the one bringing food for her every day. Until one day, Chudora Formoso got an opportunity to write a letter. And it was said in her letter that she was being locked up in one of the rooms in their house by her husband, Jose Alberto, and that she was also being poisoned by his sister, Chudora Alonso, coming from the food that was given to her every day. She threw that letter outside of the window. One of the civil guard got her letter, and it was directly given to their captain. Now, when the authority found out about what is happening to Chudora Formoso, Jose Alberto Alonso and Chudora Alonso was caught. And because of that letter that Chudora Formoso wrote, the half-siblings was then imprisoned. Alright? And then during that time po, the Chudora Alonso and Jose Alberto Alonso was still in prison. There was an occasion happening in BIÑAN, Laguna. And in that occasion, there was a little girl who dances gracefully, which caught the attention of the Spanish governor. The Spanish governor was really entertained. He was really impressed about this little girl. That's why he asked this girl about what she wants, saying that he will give it to her. But unknowingly, that little girl was actually one of the daughter of Chudora Alonso, named Bea Alonso. Joke lang po. Ay, joke lang nga. It's only just a joke. So, Bea Alonso, as we all know, as a famous actress. Okay, her real name was Soledad, also known as Choleng or Soleng. That's why, of course, the young Soledad begged for the freedom of her uncle and her mother. So after 2 years of imprisonment, the half-siblings was then set free. So that is the story of CASA BIÑAN. May chismis po sa bahay. Ayan. So we call that here history. Chismis and history combined together, history. Alright. So anyway, do you guys want to meet the past owners of this house? You guys want to meet them? They're actually waiting for us at the second floor. So you'll meet them later. But before that, is there anyone here who have already watched the movie General Luna? Have you guys seen that movie before? Not yet? Sir, how about you? Not yet, sir? Okay, so if you watch that movie and you watch the death scene of Antonio Luna, because the death scene of Antonio Luna was actually filmed at the courtyard of Casa BIÑAN. So that's the area po kung saan siya pinagbabaril at pinagtataga. Yes, but sa movie lang po yun. Wala po kaming kinalaman. Hindi po kami ang nagpapatay. Alright, so let's go now. We just have to remove lang po our footwears here before going to the second floor. Just be careful po, especially those who have socks on. Ayan, medyo madulas lang po talaga siya. So, kapit po kayo sa mic. Rails.
Original to hagdan.
Actually, yung hagdan, sir, is one of the original parts of this house. Although this house po is one of our replica house right now. But, because right now po, we only have around 1 to 5% original parts of this house. That's why we consider it as one of our replica. So, it's already a replica house po. But, some of those 1 to 5% original parts are the stairs. And that's actually the original stairs from before. And then the ceiling that we have here is also original. And then that mirror also is original. Yes, ma'am. And then, just to give you an additional information, so these two chairs that we have here at the window side, we call that butaka. Okay? So it's one of the antique collection of the owner, Mr. ACUZAR. Now, the butaka, they actually used these chairs before as a birthing chair. Yeah, to give birth. So as you can see, the armrest of the chairs is long. At the same time, it's also wide. So you basically have to put your two legs up here at the armrest of this chair. May gusto mo ba mag-demo? Wag na po. Alright, so let's proceed this way, please. Here are the past owners. Don't worry guys, because the one that I'm gonna introduce to you today are only the portraits of the past owners. So let's start first with this man. So this is Jose Alberto Alonso. Jose Alberto was the 4th generation to own the house before, the uncle of Dr. Jose Rizal, the one who teach him the sports fencing. So he became ambassador po before. Then next to him is of course his wife. This is Chodora Formoso. Chodora Formoso was the one who's been locked in the room because of the affair. So the wife of Jose, Chodora Formoso. While there's two, there are also some of the past owners of this house, but they are not related with the Albertos family. Because the story of that, the second part of the house, the now Italian restaurant, it was originally built way back 1800s. And it was built by Jose Alberto. Later on, Jose Alberto decided to sell the whole house to Doña Magdalena Arevalo Liba, who had a daughter who inherited the whole house. So this one is Doña Isabel. So Doña Isabel is one of our carnival queen before, Queen of Luzon. She's a beauty queen po. Carnival queen in today's, it's equivalent po to Binibining Filipinas. Alright? Doña Isabel later on got married to a Spanish man named Macario Marco, and they were also blessed with one daughter, Doña Pilar. So that is Doña Pilar. Doña Pilar later on got married to a man named Zoilo Alberto, who's accidentally related to Jose Alberto Alonso, the nephew of Jose. That's why the ownership of the house returned to the Albertos family. That's why in BIÑAN, Laguna, they call this house as the Albertos Mansion. Alright? Also, some of the original parts of the house are these two paintings that we have here, Doña Isabel and Doña Pilar. That's actually original, while these two are only replicas. And then this wall, including that door, is also original. And also the bed inside the room. So let's enter to the room.
This one.
Okay, so this is the original bed of the house before. As you can see, their bed is smaller than the normal that we have today because Filipinos way back are just naturally short. The average height of the Filipinos before was only around 4 to 5 feet tall. So, maliit lang po talaga yun. Alright, so by the way, from the movie General Luna, they actually also used this room as the office of our president, Emilio Aguinaldo. And then, this is where Jose Alberto locked his wife before, Chodora Formoso, when he discovered about the infidelity of his wife. So this is the room po. Alright, so now I'm gonna give you time to take some photos. You can also roam around before we go downstairs and proceed to our next one. Okay? You can take some photos na po.
This is original Mulabe.
No, this is not the original floor of a bahay, pero ginamit na rin ng materials is luma na din. Although hindi siya part of the house.
Pero this is Nara, Mulabe.
Yeah, either Nara po or ganito kasi yung
Oo. Ang bumalik sa dating panahon. Sobrang ganda. That church is beyond the church.
No, sir. That's actually the church from Balanga.
Abala nga.
Balanga, Bataan po.
Ah, yan yun.
Yeah, St. Joseph Cathedral. Okay, let's gather up here po at the shaded area. You can see at your back, that is a replica of an old church po from Balanga City, Bataan. That's the replica of our St. Joseph Cathedral. So here at Las Casas, we call that Sanctuario de San Jose. As of now, it's still under construction, but there's many couples po already nakasal na po dyan sa simbahan na yan. Okay, so if you guys...
Lumilipas ang panahon.